Hello everybody, and I'm gonna do a review. It's not gonna be a short review, but we'll see how long it goes. So I want to talk about Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Now, I am a huge Zelda fan, been playing it since 1989, 1990, and I've played almost every single Zelda game. The only ones I haven't played is Wind Waker, and I haven't played Four Swords. Now, as a huge Zelda fan, I've been chomping at the bit to play Breath of the Wild. Really wanted to play it, and Breath of the Wild to me is just open world Legend of Zelda. The problem is I don't have a Switch. The other problem is, how am I going to play it? So I broke down and I bought a Wii U. I have the gamepad right here. Okay. Gamepad. So I picked one up just for Zelda. And I've been playing it. Every night I think I've played it maybe some nights 4 hours, some nights 1, 2. I'm not really sure how much time I've invested in the game. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about pros and cons and certain things that I'm noticing. Now they may not be true things, they might not have anything to fucking do with the story, but to me, they're what resonate. First off, when I'm going through locations, like I was going through this temple, and I was going through this temple, I swear it looked like one of the temples from A Link to the Past. And I went through this other area, and it reminded me of an area that I played in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, which is a completely underrated Legend of Zelda game. So good, I have 2 copies. And I really like the game. Finding these towers, finding the shrines. The dungeons aren't punishing dungeons. Like, some people don't like the fact that there's puzzle dungeons, shrines, and there's combat shrines. Let me get better focus in there. And I really love that aspect. I love the aspect of going through, fighting enemies. I do wish I'm not going to go over that yet, because I'm going to go over my cons in a minute. I really like that. I like the variety of weapons. I like the fact that you don't have to keep going and buying bombs. You have a wheel that goes after you get the bombs, and they can constantly use them. And I've noticed they're not just good for, say you ran out of arrows, and you got a group of enemies that you want to attack. Your bomb does just as well as a bunch of arrows. I really like a lot of the aspects of the game, the exploration, the bits and pieces of the story that you get. Like, yes, it's a classic Zelda story, but the story is not the main focus, it's the combat. Like, I wish, yeah, it'd be cooler if there was more story, go here, go there. And so far what I'm seeing is, you're the original Link, it's 100 years later, fight Ganon, destroy Ganon, save Zelda. Now to the bad parts. One of the bad things is gear. You don't find, when you're fighting enemies, a lot of gear. You don't find your clothes, your attire. You don't find that yet. Now, that is kind of a problem, but my biggest problem is the weapons. Because you could be fighting and fighting and fighting, and your weapons break. And then your weapons break some more. And then your weapons break some more. So you're getting to the point where, and you only have like 8 inventory slots. So with only these 8 inventory slots, you gotta really pay attention to what you have. Now, I was watching a video, and apparently you can get Link's house and you can store stuff, but like, I had a guardian sword, which is pretty cool. I found a couple swords, but normally they break, and then your bows break, which really sucks. it sucks that your weapons break so constantly. And it's kind of a downfall. Like, your swords, your weapons, you should be able to repair them. Like, say, disassemble these two pieces so you can repair your weapon so you can keep it longer. So that's kind of aggravating. What's aggravating also is it looks like there's not, from what I was looking at online, there's not a lot of boss battles. There's 4 forms of Ganon compared to the original games where you had multiple bosses. Now the other thing I don't like is there's these robot things that walk around. Now let me put it this way. I have not died by enemies. I've died by these things. All my deaths in the game have to deal with that and the stamina meter, or the strength meter, whatever you want to call it. So the stamina strength meter really sucks because you're trying to climb up and try and get to a certain point, but then the meter just dies out. So you're trying to figure out how to do that. But these giant robots can kill you in one hit. So they're one-hit kills. It's fucking bullshit. So you're going and you'll just get one-hit death. One-hit death. One-hit death. One-hit death. And it's kind of aggravating. But the gameplay, the mechanics, this is the most solid and most fluid that a Zelda game has ever felt. Like, just playing it. Like, the reason I got the game is I played a demo of it for the Switch at Target. And then, boom, I'm like, I gotta get this game. Because I went into GameStop. Yes, I shop at GameStop. And I was going to buy a 3DS. Because my dog ate my 3DS. But instead, I'm like, you know what? Wii U, Zelda, if they have a copy of Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, I am going to buy Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. So I bought Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. So I really liked it. I'm still playing it. I'm probably going to play it some more. I'm not really doing the missions. I'm trying to just go through and just explore. And that's a really good part of it. So, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I think, is a great game. Everybody should try it. Test it out. And I would give it an 8 out of 10. You're missing 2 points for the excessive weapons breaking and the cheap deaths. So, this has been my review for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.